everyone, welcome to CodeSoft. In this video, we are going to talk about union and union clause in SQL. So let's get started. Now the first thing is what is union in sets. So before going to SQL, we need to understand the meaning of union in terms of sets, right? So in sets, union is used to, used to remove the duplicate values in both the sets. So if I talk about the image present on the right side, you can see that 2 and 5 are the intersection of both the sets. That means they are occurring twice, right? In both the sets, right? But we are including only once in the union of both of them. So that is the main use case of union, that it removes duplicate values from both the sets and prints all the distinct values from both the sets, right? So if you have two sets and you want only the unique values or the distinct values present in that set, in those scenario, we will use the union, right? Now we have talked about union in sets. Now for the same use case, we have the union clause in SQL also. So the union clause, so if you look at the second statement, the union clause is used to combine two separate select statements and produce the result set as a union of both the select statement. So right here what we do is that we combine two select statements, right, from each one of the each table. So let's say you have two tables and you select one, you select one pair of columns or one n number of columns from one table, and similarly one n number of columns from second table, and you join both these, both those select statements using the union clause. And after joining it, after applying the union clause, you will get only the unique values that are present in both of these tables or both of these sets, right? So if I talk about the general syntax of the union clause, it says select space column name from table name, union select space column name from table name, right? So the first select statement is from table 1 and second select statement is from table 2. Now you need to take care also that you can also apply more union on a single statement. So if I want to combine more than one table, say n tables, so you can just extend this syntax by applying another union and then writing another select statement. And likewise you can add any number of select statements, or you can join any number of tables and find the unique values present in all of them. Now another thing you have to see is that the union clause is used to join data from two tables or two columns vertically. Here vertically means that the data from both the tables or the distinct values from both the tables are appended into the same field or same column, not like joins where we actually, where we join based on separate different columns also. So this is about union clause. Now there are certain conditions that are very important with the union clause. So we cannot directly select any number of columns and just union them with any other table. There should be certain conditions that we need to follow. So the first one is that the number of columns in each select statement must be same. So if I talk about with the example that is written below, here we are selecting ID from students table, union select ID from exam table. Now here we cannot do that select ID comma name from student table, union select ID from exam table. That means here we are choosing one column each from both the rows, so that should be maintained, right? In both the tables we should pick up equal number of columns. We cannot say that okay, from the first table I am picking two columns, that is ID and name, and from the second table I'm only picking ID. So this should not happen. The second thing is that the data type of each column should be same. So here I am picking ID from both of them, so both of them are of int type. You cannot do it like so. If I say first table, I am picking the name column which is of varchar type, and from the second table I am just picking ID which is an int type. So data types, whenever you are applying union clause, you need to take care that the data types of both the columns from both the tables should be same, right? The third condition is that the column in each select statement must be in the same order, right? So this means that if I'm writing IDs first after select statement, then I have to maintain the order in both of them. It cannot be that name is written first in the upper statement and name is written like after ID in the second statement. So the order of fields in the select statement should be maintained. Also, if we are applying any aggregate function, it should be same on all the select statements. So right, so if I say that I am doing select max of ID from student table, so in the second statement, that is from the exam table once, in that also we need to apply the same aggregate function. It is not correct, or it will not work if we just write aggregate function on one select statement and not on the other. Correct. So these conditions are very important to be maintained. Now I will just so if I talk about this sample table, I will just show you how union works on this table. So this is a small query that I have written, which is the same as the one I saw you might have seen in the previous example. So select ID from student table. So from student details table, we are picking the first column, that is ID column, and I'm unioning it with the select ID from exam details. So from the second table, I'm applying union clause on IDs of both of these table. Now what union does is it picks up the values and remove the duplicate. So you can see in both of these table, ID1, ID2, ID3 is duplicate. So after in the output table, we will not get 6 rows, that is 2 1s, 2 2s and 2 1s, 2 2s and 2 3s. No, there will be only single 1, single 2 and single 3. That means we are eliminating the duplicate value. Similarly 4 and 5. So if I show you the output, you can clearly see we'll just get 5 rows, that is 1 2 3 and 4 and 5 separately from both of the tables, right? So this is about union clause. Now you might be thinking that okay, this union is very similar to the full outer join, because in that also what we do is we select the left data, the right data and the intersection data, right? It is correct, but you need to see that union is actually appending the data into the same column, right? So it is joining the table vertically. In outer join, what we do is we actually can apply select statement to n number of columns and expand our joining horizontally, but here we are joining it vertically. So this is a very important point, and you might get these such questions in your interviews. Now there is another clause similar to union, that is union all. So with the name itself, it is clear that the union all actually returns all of the data. So it does not remove duplicate values. Whenever there is an intersection, it will create a duplicate value in the output. So if I talk about the query of it, it is very same like the union, just replace union to union all, right? And the query becomes select column names from table 1 union all, select column names for table 2. Correct. So again the same table we are having, and if I apply the same query using union all, what I will get is that you can see that there are 3 rows that are actually common, that is 1 2 and 3. So these are this matching rows. So 6 rows will be printed for this. No removal of duplicates will happen in union all, and also 4 and 5 which are occurring once, so they will come as only once. So you can see 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 5 5. So 1 2 3 are actually coming twice, and you can see here vertical joining has been done, that is all of them are getting appended into the same column. Correct. So that's all with this video. I think union and union all is clear, and also how it is different from joins, so that should be clear in your mind. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to add more Festoons into your knowledge garland. Until then, please keep subscribing. Thank you.